era has come whereby tremendous pastors of yesteryears have been called of God, and they have built the church and they have grown the church. But many of them are aging and they are growing old. And the question about leadership transition to me is not an organizational question. It is, but it is first not an organizational question. It is first and foremost, actually, to me, a personal question. Why is this leadership succession a personal question? It's because many of us as leaders in our own rights often can feel very insecure. Pastor Ed used to tell us, you got to be larger than your chair that you're sitting on. Your ministry must be larger than the portfolio that you have. In other words, we cannot be tied down to a portfolio, a title, and a job. God has called us uniquely to fulfill a certain purpose, and if the length of time and days in this particular church is X number of years, for us, for example, we have determined when we take over the leadership in 2012, we determined that our stay as senior pastors will be 15 years at that time. And so because we have 15 years, we believe in one of our elders taught us, the first day you get onto the job, whether as a senior pastor, whether as a worship pastor, or any responsibility, the very first question you ask, the first responsibility you ask right now, who's going to take over my job when I finish it 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now? Who's going to take over my job? The leadership succession begins right on the day one where we begin. And you see, that kind of mindset is not an organizational question. It is the security, it is the foresight, it's the vision of this person who is not tied to his role and responsibility. But he believes there is no success without, so to speak, a true successor. Yeah. And he's therefore willing to let go, fade into the back, so that the younger ones can lead. But as long as the leadership is not secure, and we hold on to a certain role and responsibility, sometimes because of the perks, sometimes because of the benefits, sometimes even because of the compensation and the salary, then we have a problem. Because we are not built to last. The ministry will die with that person because he's not looking far enough to prepare the next generation to take over him. And even in leadership succession, we have also observed the leadership may have transited, but yet the succession still can fail. And that is very often once the new pastor take over 2 to 3 years later, because the old emeritus pastor at large is still there. And sometimes he cannot agree with certain things and he meddle with some of the decisions. And because he's so influential and powerful, the church very often is split. And that results in a very bad succession, which is another kind of situation. And so all I want to say about this leadership succession, George, you raised this question, is really, to us, the disciple-making church, if we are not training someone to, so to speak, take over us, then I don't know what, we can't call ourselves a disciple-making church at all. But to me, I'll start with the fact that it's a personal question. And then organizationally, as a leadership with a board, with a senior team, we can begin to have a very intentional development, mentoring, and plan for the next generation. So all of our prayers right now is senior team is we ask God send us younger pastors and leaders that we can train. All right, and so when we do that, we pray that they will come and we can train them as early as possible. In fact, the timeline for us right now, we are already running late. All right, because we only have 15 years to go. And so that's how I will answer this question, George. Tony, anything?